Lusikisiki, where all 4 suspects wanted in connection with the Lusikisiki massacre, in which 18 people were killed, are now being held by police. The men were nabbed after officers circulated their pictures yesterday. Police have confirmed 3 of them were arrested in Port Shepstone in KwaZulu-Natal. Newzroom Afrika's Nobuhle Modise and Sipa are both tracking developments around the story for you this afternoon. We start with an update from Nobuhle. She joins us live from the village where the 4 suspects were apprehended in KwaZulu-Natal's Port Shepstone area. Nobuhle, good afternoon to you. These are dramatic developments. What do we know about what happened?
A very good afternoon, Stephen. So we are in the Mkholombe informal settlement here in Port Shepstone, and what happened this morning was that Port Shepstone's K9 and public order police apprehended 3 suspects who are linked to the Lusikisiki massacre. And from what we understand, and when we've been speaking to people here at this particular informal settlement, they say that these are people that they saw yesterday watching a soccer game at a local tavern just down the road from where I'm standing. They were seen around there yesterday, and the word on the ground, obviously not confirmed reports, but according to people here on the ground, they believe that these 3 suspects came here to hide. They're not particularly from here, but what we do know that the Mkholombe informal settlement is basically a place where you'd find a lot of people from the Eastern Cape, from Flagstaff, for example, from Lusikisiki, from Bizana and Port St. John. So a lot of people in this particular informal settlement hail from those parts in the Eastern Cape, and they are saying that these 3 suspects that were found here, although their faces do look familiar, they're saying that they are not from here. They believe that they were hiding here, and that the person who tipped off the police is the very same person who housed them when they arrived here. I do have with me a councillor in the area, Xolani Nkasa, just to speak to us about how they now feel, especially around safety. He had spoken to me earlier telling me that when this did happen early this morning, he received messages from people in Lusikisiki asking him that how is it that they are housing and harboring criminals where they stay. And he's saying he was quite as shocked as everybody else. And the information that he's receiving is information from people on the ground, that very same information that they were seen around a tavern here yesterday watching a soccer match, and they were ousted by the very same person who was, giving them accommodation whilst in hiding. Babu Nkasa, siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi ukhulume nathi. Nizizwa kanjani nje njengoba sekenzakale into engaka lana kuthiwa abantu abasolo ukuthi babulale abantu ngale Lusikisiki bebezifihlela?
Asibonge ithuba, sibonge nani ukuthi nifike phakathi kwale ndawo esihlala kuyo, ngoba indawo ekade cishe ngoba ilahliwe kuleli zisukulo. Siyabonga kakhulu. No, thina singumphakathi wale ndawo. Sizifila noba sizizwa at least kungconywana ngoba sebebanjwe, kodwa asizifili sisafety kakhulu because asibazi bangaphe abalimaze kwenye indawo bazocasha kule ndawo yethu. Kangangoba uma ngakuba kuthiwa kuyenzeka angathi amaphoyisa angaphosa ihlo kakhulu kule ndawo, ngoba vele iziganiwe ezikanje nezenzeka khona la hlala khona ziningi.
Zinjani mhlawumbe igameko ezenzakala la, into nijwayele nje ukuthi kuba nezinto noma lokho nizwe lapha eLusikisiki into eke yayenzaka lana, njengoba uthi inthusile indaba yokuthi abantu ababulala abantu abangaka ngale bafike bazocasha ngala?
La kujwayele nje ukuthi kuvuke ekseni kunomuntu olele phansi oshonile, so le ndawo yethu ayikho safe. So ke ngoku masibona noma sibona ku social media izinto ezikanje, sibona abafana baselula kangaka, abanesibindi kangaka, kusiphatha kabuhlungu ngoba phela sihlala la sazi bakhona banofike nini ndawoni, wenzeni la suka khona, ngoba thina size ngenye indlela la yokuzosebenza.
Ubudlelwane benu namaphoyisa bunjani la, njengoba kuwumuntu ohlala la endaweni okuyena othinta amaphoyisa wabatshela ukuthi naba labantu enibafunayo?
La namaphoyisa sinayo inkinga, akuxatyana noma efikile, just ukuthi ahambela kude. Mangisho kanjalo akahlezi la, asifuni thina ukuthi afonele amaphoyisa ngokuzala, kufanele azidinge isikhathi sawo azobheka kule ndawo. Baningi kakhulu abantu abahlala ba, mhlawumbe kukhona enye isigebengu ezicashela ezimoshe kwenye indawo. Abafika amaphoyisa ngesikhathi sawo azongena abheke nalezi bhamu lezi sigcwele umhlaba wonke.
Just to summarize for you, Stephen, I'm going to try and move and speak to other people in the area, but what he has basically said is that they feel as though their safety has been compromised because 3 criminals were found here. Also asked him about the relationship that they have with police here, and he says crime is quite high here. It's a norm to see someone laying dead any other day here in this area because of the levels of crime. Another guy I spoke to earlier was just speaking to the fact that alcoholism is a huge problem here, and this is why there's a huge crime rate. And when I asked him how they feel that it was a local resident who tipped off the police, they're saying they wish that it wasn't someone who had tipped off, but that the police would be here, there'd be high police visibility, and so they wouldn't be the ones having to do the work of the police. I'm going to try and speak to other residents here. Siyabonga kakhulu baba. Uzizwa kanjani njengoba senizwe indaba engaka ukuthi igebengu eziphuma ngale elisukisiki zitholakale la bezicashe la?
Sidumele kakhulu kangangoba ndiyasibuza ukuthi ngabantu abanjani abangenawo kangaka unembeza okubulala abantu abaninzi kangaka nabantu besifazane. Sithi mabetholakele njengoba sekubonala babatholakele labo bantu mababothwe izikhiya ziphoswe ngale olwandle zihambe namanzi.
Ubaba mhlambe bakasichazela ukuthi yena uzweni njengoba bazobanjwa la yini nizwile niboneni mhlambe nibona amaphoyisa afika abantu enibaziyo nibabonile noma nizwe nani sekubikwa kumabona kude nasemsakazweni?
Ndithe ndivela emsebenzini ndabona amaveni emaninzi la ngasemabhekhi ndazibuza uba inoba ebeyephi kwenzakalani. Hayi beningezwanga lutho kona ndifike ndathi mase sendikhona khona lapha ekuhlaleni ndayiva into yoba bakhona abantu ababanjiwe ababandakanyeka kule nto eyenzeka lesikisike engobozana.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu mama. Mhlambe ithi sikhulume nomama simfake ngoba umama wase ward committee. Mama, njengoba sekuthola abantu abasolwayo ukuthi ibona babulala abantu eLusikisiki, nizizwa kanjani kakhulu ngesafety yala endaweni?
Siziva sinexhala kakhulu, asiphephanga besingalindelanga baba ngafunyanwa apha sihleli khona. Babe besuka kude kangaka benze isibhicongo esibuhlungu kanje.
Bengisabuza ucounselor njengoba besikhuluma phambilini ukuthi nina ngokubona kwenu abantu abahlalayo la noma abantu abafikela ngokucasha ngoba abantu abaphuma la abaningi bayo baphuma khona endaweni ezifana nabo Lusikisiki, Port St John's, ngokubona kwakho abantu abahlalayo la noma bafikela ngokucasha?
Mna wami umbono ndithi fanele bebevele belapha mhlawumbe basuke bayokwenza eso siganeko, ngoba uba bebezocasha apha bayazelephi le ndawo ikude kangaka bashiye ezinye indawo. Ukhona uMasinenge nawo nale mikhukhu bebewushiye kanjani?
Mama. She's giving us a different perspective. As I would have said earlier that the councillor had said that they're not really sure about whether these people are from here or they came to hide here, and his suspicions were that they came to hide here, and she's giving a different perspective, saying that how is it that they would come and hide here? She suspects that they are from this particular area and therefore went there to commit that crime and came back here. And you would remember I said that many of the people that live here come from the Eastern Cape and come here for job opportunities. They migrate here to KwaZulu-Natal and to this particular informal settlement here in Mkholombe and Port Shepstone, and many of them are from those areas. She's saying that she suspects that they are from here because some people are saying these are people we've seen, as I would have said earlier, that they were spotted at the tavern outside of that alert that was sent by the police yesterday. But some people here are saying these are people that we are used to, we've seen them before. So very different perspectives from the people here on the ground. But one thing that is evident is that they're saying that they want the police to be more active. It shouldn't be them that have to tip off the police, but there should be high police visibility here because of the high crime levels here in this particular area. Stephen.
Nobuhle, for that update, thank you very much.